yebedi Ghana hon komo ECG nsem a ECC ende obete se krama bia kasa o se ade na dum so aba ade na yedum kanea nipa bi edi omo ho si ho Ghana so mebo Ghana kro no NPP for afenyo marking edi enim enwumbre yebe kyerɛw bibia kro no ne free ene dwuma omodi Ghana adekodi enti a NPP for omo parliament a afenyo marking anodom pre ene Habib mo edi enim omo yedi wo ECG no nsem no efri se nsem na wo ho no omo nim ho pipa enwumbre yebetwe wadwene esibibi so adekodi enti a wote se NPP for ayedi wo ECG nsem no no ni nyina ne se omo nim se omo penifo omo parliament no ewifo na omo di omo nim no omo mpese nipa behu. Have you taken your time to go back? So I check ECG board members. Oma na board and so Oma na omu take decision and that's omu making decisions about a year containers na port no poles ira cables and anko furia and ECG equipment and ye hu no. What now ebusa ho say de bia ye ka Habib Dubik Mahama Kronfo na sem na Oma na mote board no so hwan ne hwan ne koy na hwan ne be hyemu nipa bi na sebio Oma imagine say omo mpese e be hu say omo no mudi sa adwuma na na from Kelikajepo to the last board member and then you be Ghana for ehu asem no ankasa ase sene be ya wote say NPP nkrama bi eka adana dum saba no aka chom say o party no onkwase party no John Mahama eja nkane ansem ema NPP 2017 January no na dumso eni Ghana den ena ende aban ba so 3 months a mose kanea no yensoma mo efri se munim bone amodi na me be kire the connection another prayer war with this stolen containers any the role I will play in these stolen containers any ECG materials they be kire bi the reason why at the NPP they don't want us to talk about ECG containers ayira ECG equipment on say na say videos be around manfo hu say ECG cables yakọ dampen wo insawam aduagiri anodompre mameka bibi nkyerɛ mo anodompre saa nyoma na muhu no ne constituency nya ne dia tie saa ECG equipment cables poles now before me dem be kɔ ECG story no me pese me bie mo adwene na muhu bibi first now muntie Kennedy Japan time oko PZ ko kasa muntie ne yepa oka ECG nsembi ye wi abebuta question na afi ma kire mo ECG no omo bom krono no the reason why MPP for one person beka ECG no ho asem the reason why Afenyo Markin has stayed away from the ECG matter anything Afenyo Markin gina parliament can say ye nyina yenya ba ko ne solve ECG problem no omo wi am no omo wi Ghana no MPP for na mo menko back kakra na yentie Kennedy Japan oko PZ no oka bibi fa ECG ensam ho pulse ho bibi am bie wani wade bi ho
suppose na mo pen any cables wires some de begusu a very simple ye ni abamu enso metimi ama minister of energy as supreme sa cables in speed light mekwa kohwe mi warehouse ni ma hwe se post no mi obi guwa as for street light in here my friend me setting some your street light e de me ko ni ma kohwe warehouse so even ago se me hwe nessa Ministry of Energy ebe cha me anka sama to post no e de abram enti se sikana me ba no se ne am akire magneti e wa brantie wo minsom gaji ya diskane be ya djuma menyo eto e hye botom se si a temptation e be ba no
now Kennedy call PZ no o kan sembi I say, suppose any cables na mo pa. Any the easy, any din cry, easy job. In fact, now buy ni power. Then so obey me alpha ways be my minister of energy no at the poles any cables libya bromo. Nempo se minister ni cracker say oh nya on one kasa our warehouse our poles any cables gum. In fact, I say what check it or you very sure say street light there oh be breguo. Kennedy Japan remember, ne lawyer ne Afenyo Markin. Afenyo Markin, on a board chair of ECG. Now, Canada, Japan, in the past, your man a contract to supply electricity lights. Street lights. Ever since there, we are yet to see the full complement of Nyoma supply. Ever since there, Canada, Japan, GSK, on a company ni GSK. Ever since there, the supplying of those street lights, no, ever since there, you now an MP who is not the Minister of Energy comes to tell you, say, our warehouse ECG posts gum, our warehouse street lights gum, and that he will be going to bring those poles and street lights. Mumusa Canada Japan say, your man yere any or no contract say on supply street lights no, or to me supplier na, dabi. Yenye street lights now on supply no, ene oho na. In fact, the poles now say a good warehouse, any street lights in a good warehouse no. Ye busan said, okotoya for dien, and onyano. Our ECG contract be na, yes, our millions of ECG contractor may they be show very soon. You see, these people, they have played on your conscience and done everything to indirectly taken from you without you people knowing. Also, and the onwanga general catcher must say, poles, street lights, any sign of manyomano, or will be. Now the question is, yenim ni krom, asem dumpim, light kurabini ho. That means the street lights ne guono, poles ne guono. Ya bese Canada Japan chere baby okoto ni nyina free ye. Ya bese o chere baby a onya sa light ni nyina. Now, sa video na mo hu na mama ko hu cables, any poles e won nsawe mu no. Another pre na me be chere the connection. Another pre work with this stolen containers. Any the role I will play in these stolen containers, any ECG materials. On sa video way, it's making it's on circulation on social media. Watch this video very well. Sign your mama copy no another pre constituency in the war.
No, not be a buy a hun ye intina. Ano pedi. I say it me ba. Never ma mo hwe ye. Hwe ye. Because
Omogana.
Mbeka just o papa mbobra. Papa mbobra and so ane papa. Do say an ekoso. Yeah. Enti area mo nipa kwante ya. Nipa anti anti o ma da sa na ma we nyina koso mo hu no mo report na nkofan.
So another pre constituency ni post we are not on prayer. Now me be show how we are ECG cables, street lights, posts. Remember, Peter Mbe ube kachire say abayin NPP abayin Emma Canada Japan street light contract 100 million or supply one supply he kept it. And Mewu Nebeka said they gave Canada Japan ECG ma Canada Japan 100 million contracts street lights. Intende Canada Bejina PZ no kachire mo say our street lights bebreguo our poles bebregua. They know what they are telling you. Because ECG street light belongs to the government of Ghana. In the Canada Japan, contractor demand no, was he able to supply all the poles and street lights? No. And internet oye bold okojina PZ. Me was street lights go. In fact, my friend me warehouse egum. Meti sebia bremo. Because ECG, they were running it as friends. Now I'm make sure the link. At the Kudientia, you see these people, the NPP are quiet on the ECG matter. And internet afenyo marking, Kasongo 99, until say what can ECG assembly who be him, he is guilty. Investigations they koso. They know some of them. ECG are their way. The time of movie investigations, so the NPP will not have a front in parliament. the NPP in parliament, they will not have a front. That is the reason why the NPP minority in parliament, they have moved away from the ECG issue. Argentina NPP and your press conference kakraka about the ECG. So NDC is accusing them of something. Why do you think they have stayed away from the ECG matter? Argentina NPP fonka ECG no. Argentina, they have stayed away from the conversation. It is because they know that their main men are the ones who committed the crime. Now, let's go into the books. You see this. And the strategy they put together, and interest was study another prayer on can ECG no one sem on can one sem cry. But another prayer, do you know say he was on the board of ECG? Do you know? The minority chief whip, Habib, do you know he was also on the board of ECG? The minority leader, Afenyo Makin, these people, do you know these three people who are leading the NPP today in Ghana? The minority, all these three people were on the board of ECG. Yeah. Crime now moving in our ECG. From the board now, I'm taking that decision now, mu cables, more lights, mu bibiano. These three people who are leading the NPP today in parliament, all these three people were on the board of ECG. Time my issue when you know another was on the board, Afenyo Makin was on the board, and Habib Idrisu, the minority chief whip, he was also on the board. It is a minority in parliament. If they have refused to speak on this ECG matter, then it means they are front. They know the three of them, they can all end up in jail. Now let's go back and I'm show how they did the plan and why they are quiet. These are dangerous people. You never listen to NPP or anybody speaking for NPP because you see, party is a disease. Now let's go back. You're starting free. You see, in 2022, Chenye, Napo, in 2022, Napo was the energy minister. Me chira baby a plan free. Mamim biem. In 2022, Napo was the energy minister. The deputy energy minister na Ejapa Mesa. And the second deputy, near friend Williams Owusu Edu. Now, when you go to ECG board, Tamana Napo energy minister na, it was Kelly Gajepo. The MD of ECG was Dubik Mahama. And then Anodom Pre was a board member of ECG in 2022. Did you know? Yeah. Anodom Pre today is the minority leader, deputy minority leader in parliament for the NPP. He is deputy to Afenyo Makin. So in 2022, and I want to say another prayer ECG in one press conference. The front of the NPP, they have moved away from that conversation is because they were the ones who orchestrated the crime. In 2022, now another prayer was sitting on the board of ECG. All the decisions that were being taken, another prayer was part of it. If you do not think, say, NPP, Afenyo Makin quickly coming out to tell you, say, oh, you know, Ghanaians, let us all solve the ECG problem as a nationalistic thing. They are the ones who did the damage. They are the ones who connived and teamed up our ECG boss and ECG to destroy a ECG. Intusha, Napo, Energy Minister, 2022. Ejapa Mesa, Deputy Energy Minister, and Mr. Edu, Second Deputy. Now, but ECG boss na Kelly Gajepo, na Dubik Mahama as the MD of ECG, and Anodom Pre. Now, here. Now, when you come to 2023, something happened. In 2023, changes were made. Remember, this is the same group. And the Omokacho said, Dumusaba, Monso Kaniano, Mamen Chamo. Savi de Nabuko Uno, in Sawadu Ejino. Sanyo Menina Anodom Predia. He stole it from ECG. Because he was on the board of ECG.